Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is SgAlien, aka Chris Armstrong, and this is Into Everything. Now today I've got a really interesting one for you. We're going to be casting some metal, some aluminium, and this right here is my son's foot. This foot was cast when he was 3 months old, and it basically, it's got 2 broken toes because somebody dropped it, which is like, I couldn't find out who it was. I think I know who it was. But anyway, I'm going to try and cast it before it completely disintegrates. However, I feel there's a good chance it will break during this video. So yeah, the 2 toes are gone there, and it's a bit of a shame. But anyway, we're going to do our best, and cross fingers we can get it all filled in. But starting off, we're going to have to use some talcum powder here. And so once the mold's in, you pop some talcum powder in, and this is going to act as a releasing agent. So if it gets a bit stuck in there, the talcum powder should make all the difference. Now just put a load in there, get a brush of any sort, well, a soft brush, and just go around it. I'm just using like a makeup brush that was lying around. No, it's not my makeup brush. I don't use that. However, yeah, so just use that, get around it, and with your green sand. Now, I actually made my green sand far too clay-like. I should have had more sand than clay. And that's why the sieve failed, so I lost a bit of detail. Well, I lost a lot of detail. And as you can see here, it's really clay, it's really clumpy. Anyway, let's go and switch that on. There we go. It should be set to about 660, which is actually the melting point of aluminium. However, that's not going to be good enough, because that's the melting point where it starts. But we want to get it right up and above there, so that when we pull it out and go and tip it, it's not actually going to cool down as we're sort of pouring it. So yeah, there we go. We're going to put the crucible in next. There's my little crucible. Lovely little thing. I'm going to pop a load of aluminium in there, and I've got some bits which I've actually purified already from like aluminium cans and some other aluminium products, which I've actually chopped down and then pre-smelted elsewhere with a very crude smelting technique. So anyway, these are some bits and bobs. They're just going to go in there. Again, it's pure aluminium. There's very little slag or waste that's going to come out of this. So just pop it all in there, and now we're going to go and chuck the crucible in. Now, it may look like I'm not being very safe without gloves. However, the temperature was only 45 degrees, and that's on the inside of the furnace there. Now, I'm grabbing my mortar or pestle. I can't remember which it is. And I'm just going to pack down all of that. It turned out to be quite sticky and clumpy, so I went over to a big old lump hammer and gave it a good old beating. We can flip it over here. Let's just try and release it. There we go. Turn it over, and you can see, like a bit of a cake, it's well and truly in there. However, as long as the mold is smooth enough, it will be fine. And it does turn out, it's all right. Anyway, just with a ruler, just so when I turn it over, it doesn't lean in an odd direction and it stays level. I'm just actually flattening all of that out. In future, I'm probably going to put a base on this and then release it, just in case my next batch is a bit too clay-like as well. Anyway, here I actually had an issue getting it out, and this is where the start of my problems happened. Here we go. Ah! So I broke off a chip. Now, this is the only model I have from when he was 3 months old. No, I'm not testing for electric here. I'm not probing for power, but it is a multimeter probe that I'm actually using, and I managed to get it out, but unfortunately the other 2 toes, yeah, they broke off. It's so sad. So that mold is basically fudged now, for lack of a better way. However, it does look good on the inside, so I'll give it a bit of a blowout, try and get some of the dust particles and the sand out of there, and just clean it up right here, as you can see I'm doing. Trying my best with it. It's not bad. However, I forgot to put a little bit of talcum powder in there. I find that actually helps a little bit. So anyway, the temperature now is at 225 degrees. That is redonkulous. Well above the point of the melting point of aluminium. And next time I'll probably get it to about 750 instead. But yeah, so I've just pre-edited that, and now it's actually at 900. So we're getting close to the melting point of copper here. Now, just being really careful. You can see I've actually got my my gloves on here. These are fireproof gloves, or well, yeah, I guess they're fireproof gloves, not smelting gloves, they're fireproof gloves. But I'm just taking it out very carefully, and I was very slow to pour because I didn't know how it would react with the water temperature, and it was good that I did take my time, because this clay had a lot of water moisture in it, and that's why it's boiling right here. I wish I'd actually stopped here, actually, because the shape of it, as you can see, is really nice. It's almost perfect. But of course I was like, on the top right hand corner there you can see that it's not quite filled in. So of course, me being me, I thought, yeah, let's pour a little bit more in. And now I end up with a chunky monkey foot. It does fill in those gaps though. But as you'll see at the end, I'm left with one heck of a cleanup job. And I think that will be my next video, where I do a cleanup job, or it'll be the second video after this. Because I'm actually thinking about taking this clay and turning it into crucibles for smelting dirty aluminium. So, you know, aluminium that was products. You can see on the side there, that's the leftover stuff. And we're just going to turn the furnace off for safety. But yeah, I'm going to turn it into probably crucibles so I can smelt like old aluminium cans and bits of broken aluminium products and smelt those. And when it's pure, it'll be pure like the little piece I'm about to show you here. So that's essentially pure without any slag. And there's a tiny bit of slag inside of the crucible, but that will come out in the next smelt. I couldn't get it out, and as I was doing a video, Anyway, I'm trying to pop this out now. I've taken a little spoon. It won't damage this at all. But I've got to be honest, it did actually come out really, really well. It looks rough, but because I'm obviously able to hold it in my hand and inspect it well, after I do this, you better cool it off first. That's at, you know, around about 600 degrees still. It's only just solidified. So just raise the temperature a little bit more and it would re-molten. But yeah, I'm going to put it into the water here, the ice water, very, very slowly. And just take my time, and it, honestly, it sounded like a bit of a lightsaber to me. You know, when you start it up, it's a bit like that. Anyway, I'm kind of jibber-jabbering on here. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. I've got a lot of work ahead of me to clean this little foot up. I will try and make that a video for you guys, and hopefully I don't fudge it up because the mold is now broken. I'm going to try and capture another mold of his foot, which is now twice as big. He's over 1 year old now. So I'll get the sand right, I'll get the casting right, and hopefully we'll finish up with a fantastic mold. So please remember to like and or subscribe. I really appreciate the following and the support. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.